to race. The minute that my left hand meets your waist. And then I watch your face, put my finger on your tongue, cause you love the taste, yeah. These hearts adore everyone the other beats hardest for. Inside this place is warm, outside his eyes to pour. Coming down, one love, two mouths, one love, one house. No shirt, no blouse, just us, you find out. Nothing that we don't wanna tell you about, no, no, no. Cause it's too cold for you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. For you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. Cause it's too cold for you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. For you now, let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. It's too cold, it's too cold to handle sweater.
Alrighty. Hi, everybody. Stay easy, everyone. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Hi. It's kind of a throwback. Okay. All right. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, what a day it's been. What a day. Hi, everyone. It's sweater weather, y'all. Even though it's hot in my stream room, it's sweater weather. Okay, so I'm sorry that I am not cooking. But here's what happened, because there's always something that happened. There's always something, isn't there? I will tell you in just a moment. Legit, thank you for the 32 months. Jacob, thank you for the 35 months. Sabret, thank you for the prime. Okay, let me put on a little vibe in. Ooh. I'll do some lo-fi. There we go. Okay. Can we get an ant stream? So, I have been dealing with this problem nonstop. Why are you laughing at me?
Princess, babe.
Princess? Why? I was live. Hey, I went through trauma trying to get you a coffee this.
It's my day.
What? Because it's your day off? Hey, it's not my fault that you stayed up to watch the Jets game. It was so dramatic. Well, thank you. Oh God, I did this. Yeah, I was curious when at 4 a.m, he was like, do you want to watch a movie? It's like, okay, it's 4 a.m. And that's because the Jets were playing at 6 a.m. So he stayed up to watch them, and they lost by 1 point. 1 point. Yeah, I did not stay up. I was up late. Because I have just been having sleep issues. But anyway, so I wake up. Wait, what was I talking about? Why I couldn't, oh yeah, okay, so I've just been dealing with this ant problem, and I've had an exterminator come. I've just tried so many different things, and they'll go away, and then suddenly they'll just be back with a vengeance. So my kitchen was just filled with them, and I had just had the guy come yesterday, and he sprayed, and then later, I don't know, they're everywhere. Antifa is in my house. This is their headquarters or something. Antifa will not leave me alone. No leaving leftovers. I didn't. I've been really good about like closing things up, not having stuff on the countertop. They were all along the tops of the cabinets and on the ceiling. They were on the ceiling. Like, Antifa, why are you on the ceiling? What y'all doing up there? Anyway, so it's just been a pain in the ass, and I was like killing them, and there were dead ants everywhere, and I was just like, nothing will drive you insane like bug problems. Yes, it's just this constant problem. We were in bed the other night, and I look around, and there were just ants crawling along the headboard, and I was like, I want to die. So I just was not in any mood to be cooking in the kitchen. I can't handle it. It's actually driving me insane. I've tried baits. I'm telling you, I've done all the things. I keep saying this, your place is haunted. That's what Sam said today too. She's like, I think your place is haunted. I've tried all the things, and it's so aggravating. So I'm just gonna try more things. I might have to caulk around the trim in the windows. Yeah, and it's only in the back half. So it's like my stream room, bathroom, bedroom, kitchen. Have you tried calling in the National Guard? The ants are ghosts? No, I think the ghosts are sending the ants. I think they're fucking with me. You moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies! You didn't move the bodies! You guys, I'm telling you, I have used soapy water. I have used the traps. I've had an exterminator. I'm gonna have to have someone come out and I don't know, I'll caulk it myself. I'll caulk it myself. No way you're playing Ghosts of Yotei. It's really good so far. I'm excited. I'm finally playing it. I'm finally playing it tonight. Okay, so then the other thing that happened today, this is so absurd. And I think I'm feeling very pessimistic towards human beings right now. Because today I went to walk Farley. Kucherina, thank you for the 2 months. I went to walk Farley. Took him on a long walk. Went and got a coffee. And he pooped, as he does. He's a little poop machine. He pooped, and I picked up the poop, and there were no garbage cans around. Truly, like, this is a problem. It's a problem. Lack of garbage cans when we're not Japan. All right, this lack of garbage cans. So people like just leave trash, right? People don't pick up dog poop in the first place. Classic LA shit. And so the only trash can was outside of this coffee place. There's a trash can outside the coffee place. So I threw it away in that. And just so you know, when I opened this trash can, there were other poop bags in there. So the trash can was full. There were already, this is important, there were already poop bags in there. And so there were flies and stuff. And I was like, all right. So I go to order coffee, and this woman confronts me and just starts berating me about how I put the dog poop in the trash can outside of the coffee place. And I'm so tired because I just didn't really sleep. I'm sorry, this is complaining day. I also have like some allergy eczema issue that's been I don't know what's happening, but every day I've woken up for the last week and a half and my face is like blotchy and itchy and it's just driving me nuts. Like I'm just really I'm really irritated. I don't know if it's my detergent. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know what's going on. So I just like, I don't feel that well. And so this woman is berating me and I'm just like, I don't say anything because I don't know what she wants from me. I don't know what she wants. So I don't say anything. And anyway, so then I get my order and I have like breakfast items and I have coffee and I was bringing stuff back. I was going to bring stuff back for Will and Farley poops again. He poops again because this is what he does. He poops multiple times. He loves to do just, he won't poop the full thing. He won't poop the full thing. He doesn't do one poop. He reloads. He reloads. And so he reloaded. He pooped again. I looked it up. I was like, oh my God. So I pick up the poop, of course, and I go, okay, well, there's only this trash can again. So I walk over, and the woman is like, she had been on the phone. She was just like sitting there. I don't know. She's sitting there. She's on the phone. And I walk over and I put the poop like in the trash can. And out of the corner of my eye, I see her do this with her phone. Like this. You know how people over a certain age who love to just take videos of people because they want to be, I don't know, everyone's a fucking cop. You know how they hold their phone like they do this? You know what I mean? You know what I mean when they do it like that. The boomer pose. Yes. And so I'm like, oh my God, I bet she just recorded me. So I have Farley, I'm like, it's a balancing act already. And I walk around behind her and I see her then like on her phone like this. So I walk up to her and I go, did you just record me? And I swear to you, I said it just like this. Okay, I'm exhausted. I'm itchy. I've already dealt with her. I was like, did you just record me? And she goes, yeah, I did record you because you just doubled down. You just doubled down on putting your dog's poop in that trash can. She said double down. And I was like, I don't know what your problem is. Like, what do you want me to do? And she goes, well, that's your problem because it's your animal. And I was like, where am I supposed to go? There's no trash cans. Like, there's no other. I'm sorry that you're sitting here and you don't want to. I don't know what to tell you. I was like, there was other poop bags in that trash can, by the way. I don't know if you've done this to people all day. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna put you on the internet. I was like, okay. She's like, I like, what is the poop police? She's like, I'm putting you on the internet. And I was just like, why are you harassing me? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. My dog poop. And she goes, oh, do you expect praise for picking up your dog's poop? I was like, no. I'm not asking for praise or attention because I picked up my dog's poop. I'm explaining to you I didn't want to leave my dog's poop because of a lack of trash cans. I'm picking up my dog's poop, and this is the trash can that is around. So I had to put it in there. What, like, truly, I kept asking her, what do you want me to do? And she wouldn't stop. So then I went, okay, you know what? Two can play this game. So I took out my phone and I started recording her. And I was just like, this woman is harassing me. I don't know what your problem is. And I'm saying it exactly like this. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. And so then she whips her phone back out again, like, like I was attacking her. I go, you fucking took out the phone first. And then it became a phone off. It's absurd. Like, truly absurd. I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? It was a fucking war of the phones. So she's recording me, and I'm saying on the phone, like, this woman is harassing me. I don't know what her problem is. And then she's like in her recording, like, no, you put the poop in the trash can. So then I was like, so here's what I did. Okay. I go, okay. I walked over the trash can. I took the lid off. I took the entire bag out. I took the whole bag. I was like, is this what you want? I was like, I'm just going to take this entire bag and I'll just have to drag this. I'll just take it with me. And she goes, well, now you're being dramatic. I mean, that's so dramatic. I just told you, like, I told you not to put the poop in there. And then you did it to spite me a second time. And now you're being dramatic. I was like, I'm being dramatic? Really? Like, I have been driven to this point Was this a young person? No. She was like over the age of 50. And so I take the trash bag out and she's like, oh, well, that's just ridiculous. I was like, no, don't worry. Like I'm taking the trash with me. I don't know what your problem is, but don't worry. I got it. And so I just took this huge ass bag and guess what? I had to walk blocks. There were no trash cans. No trash cans. And I finally just took it all the way back to my house. Oh, I dead ass took it. Yes, I dead ass took it. I dead ass took this bag of trash. This full ass bag of trash. And Farley, I looked at her, I was like, I swear to God, if you poop again, I actually will freak out. Why did you let her win? I mean, it wasn't even like you know what? Okay. Let me explain to you my mindset. I was so tired and I was so confused. I genuinely was like, what is going on here? Sometimes you drag a bag of poop. Yeah, I don't know. So I was just like, you know what? Here you go. I don't think it was letting her win because then she was like, oh, well, come on. I mean, this is just, I was like, no, this is clearly like maybe at some point she'll go, oh, maybe I was a little too much. Maybe I was a little too much and it was an absurd situation that I created. But here's the thing too. She was also recording me. She recorded me. And part of me was like, okay, could this be something that ends up popping off on the internet? And then I was like, no, that's crazy. Why would this be? What would it be? Woman puts poop bag in the trash can and then is harassed for it. And so then takes the entire trash bag out of the can and walks away. It was just so, it was so ridiculous. Now this woman is stealing a bag of poop. I could not believe that interaction. I couldn't believe it. Was it her trash can? No, it was just a trash can outside of this coffee place. People are too bold these days. Yeah, I mean, okay. So then afterwards, I was just like, what the hell happened? What the hell just happened? And I was thinking to myself, like, there's always something extra shitty, no pun intended, when you have a crazy interaction with someone in real life. And how, I talk about all the time that everyone's just a fucking cop these days. Everyone's just like surveilling one another. Oh, let's just whip out our phones and video people who are not doing anything wrong. Like, okay, I'm sorry that this trash can is outside of this coffee place. And like, there are flies that are gonna be there. There were already flies. Like it was a filled trash can. And mine was not the only poop bag in there. And I know for a fact too, because I took that trash with me. I took it with me. It'd be one thing if it was inside the coffee shop, then I could see someone being annoyed, but outside, right. Like I wouldn't have gone inside to the coffee shop and thrown it away inside. Like she was crazy. I know. But I was just thinking, I was like, man, is this the world we live in where it's like, oh, we just whip our phones out. We just video people, threaten to put them on the internet. We're like, I'm putting you on the internet. I'm canceling you. And it's like, for what? Can you just leave me alone? Because it's like, okay, I get it. Everyone on the internet is fucking insane. All right. Everybody hates each other. And, like it's crazy town. It's crazy town on the internet. You really can't expect to have any decent interactions these days. But when it happens in the real world and it's like internet behavior, do you know what I mean by that? Where I'm not saying that people didn't act insane, and I'm not saying people didn't act insane before the internet, but it was just like something, it was just like that type of interaction where I'm like, man, I can't escape this, huh? It's probably on, she probably put on Nextdoor, was like, look out for this crazy woman. A photo of Caroline dragging a trash bag is going viral in a Facebook group somewhere. It's just like, I just kept saying to her, what is your problem? What do you want from me? What is, I over and over again, to just try and get her to be like, yeah, maybe I'm actually being nuts. You know, I wasn't yelling. I wasn't swearing. I wasn't being crazy. Nothing like that. I just kept going, what is your problem? Why are you doing this? Why? What do you want from me? Chuggies, permission to hit the bong. Take an extra hit for me. Fly Millions, thank you for the 4 months. Barlow's, thank you for the 11 months. Sometimes, and then it made me feel crazy. So I was like, did I do something illegal? You know, I know I didn't, but I was like, so I called, I called Cutie. I called Cutie, and she was in the car with Fan, and I relayed the story, and I was like, am I in the wrong? Like, I feel like it was so crazy. It was such a crazy interaction that I'm like, maybe I did something wrong, and I'm not saying that I did something wrong. And Fan was in the back like, no, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. I said, okay. That's what I was thinking too. I just needed some confirmation. You know, because I'd like to think I'm a reasonable person. I know I tell stories of, I know I have my stories about when I've gotten into it, but I do like to think that I'm not somebody who goes around doing awful things. and like, people who call me out are right for calling me out. And because I always want to make sure that I'm, you know, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best here. I will check with people. Like, I asked Sam as well. I called my mom. I asked Sam. And when I told Sam about it, she just was cracking up laughing because it was so ridiculous. And I went, you're right. Because I was like upset and I'm tired. And I'm like, what? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? And people need to stop recording everything they see that catches their attention. Like, it's the... Yeah. And then that was the part that I just was stuck on too, where it's like, why is this the environment now? Why is this our society? Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna just take out my phone and record everyone and everything in some grand gesture of like, it results too in people who are not doing anything wrong. They're just trying to go about their day. And then it's like the phone, the recording, it's a threat. You know what I mean? This is like a power. It's a power move. Was the reveal that the lady was Debbie Messy? No, it wasn't, but could have been her. But this is like such a thing too. And it's something I noticed that older people, you know how older people like complain about young people and like the internet and phones and everyone, and like, this cancel culture, young people. I'm like, it's you guys. It's you guys. Young people like posting videos on the internet. Usually it's like the police beating up protesters. Usually it's like, I'm not saying there aren't young people who do this shit too, But there is something about how older people are exactly what they have been screaming and crying about as the problem with younger generations, where I'm like, you're the one who whipped out the phone and are like, I'm putting this on Facebook. Why? Like, I'm not being rude to you. I'm not screaming at you and threatening you. Like, you're doing that as a power move, as a way to be like, we're watching. And if you like, if we're I'm the police. That's what it is. That's the vibe. It's like, I'm the police. Okay, go join the LAPD. I don't know. It seems you're doing this shit for free. You're doing policing for free. Might as well get paid for it. Just this real narc behavior, but it's like, what are you narking on? If it was a residential trash bin, no, it wasn't. It was not her trash bin. Like, if this were outside her house, and like I walked up and, you know, people do that all the time, right? Where I used to live, every time I would walk Farley, I would see the trash cans and there were just like poop bags all over them, on top of them. And like, that's frustrating. I get it. Like, people's trash cans on the streets, and there's just people don't even bother put the poop bag in the actual bin. That was her trash bin. So if it had been outside of her place and she came out and was like, hey, don't put your poop in my trash can, I would have been like, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, you caught me. Like, my bad. I'll take it out. It was not hers. And I also just kept saying, like, I don't know where else to put this. I don't see another trash can. And she just goes, that's your problem. It's your animal. And the fact she called him an animal, I was like, that's my baby. Okay. Watch it with the language there. Watch it with the animal. It felt derogatory. It did. It felt like animal derogatory. That's your animal. He's not an animal, he's gay. I was like, hello, this is feeling homophobic now too. Watch that animal slur. Excuse me. Yes, it was animal with a hard A. And I just went, my God. Is this the Severance music? It is. I heard the little piano. Do 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 do. Anyway, yeah, just to be clear, again, it was not her property. It was not her trash. It was the trash can of this coffee shop that was outside. If there had been another trash can around, I would have thrown it away there. I just didn't know where else to put it. Your Audi records people throwing poop in public trash cans. Your Audi harasses people for throwing their dog's poop away. My God. Jazz, thank you for the 2 months. She sounds like the very specific brand of boomer that resents young people for normalizing taking your dog everywhere. But like, what's crazy about that is that we were outside. We were outside. It's not like I walked. It was like one of those coffee places that just, you just walk up and you order, you know? My God. There's been so much dog discourse lately. Yeah, and I was just like, Jesus God. And on top of that, I've been getting so many messages. I just get comments and messages being like, have you shocked Hassan's dog today? Spelled Hissan, of course. The classic Hissan. I'm like, what is happening? Do you hear yourselves? But that's what I mean by like, okay, that's the kind of internet thing where I go, yeah, you people are crazy. I don't respond to any of that stuff. I don't respond to any of that stuff. Like, why would I? What? Hassan did not shock Kaya, but why would I go over to his place to shock her? Like, do you hear yourself? Do you understand how absurd you sound? And that's what I just try to get people to hear. It's really just a, like, you repeat something back to someone in the hopes that they can understand how absurd they are. An underground ring of liberal dog shockers. I'm like, my God. And so anyway, the fact that an internet like interaction occurred today, but in the real world, where I'm like, I can't deal with this stuff anymore. Enough is enough. I need to just go into a meadow. I just need to go into a meadow and lay in it. I need to just lay down in a meadow where there are not people around for miles. Although, seeing as I'm having like allergy issues, maybe it's my detergent, maybe it's something else. I'd probably just be scratching. Be like, this sucks. Okay, new plan. I need to just go up into the clouds. I don't know. Maybe I'll finally go on. You know, maybe I'll go to space. All right, I'll see if Katy Perry's gonna go anytime soon. I'll be like, can I come with? Maybe the ant killer product is causing the allergies. Nah, because the guy came yesterday and I've been having this issue. Like he's been coming every couple weeks. I did recently switch my detergent, so it might be that. But I've also been sneezing a lot, and like I wake up and I'm just really stuffed up. I'm really stuffed up. I feel like I got hit by a truck. My face is swollen, and now the itchy is the new thing. It's great. I feel so good. I feel so good. Did you see this SNL skit for some laughs? I gotta be so for real. I don't think I've watched SNL in forever. Here, I'll pull this up.
Homer, this is your physician, Dr. Julius Hibbert. Can you tell us what it's like in there?
It's like,
Did anyone see the movie
did anyone
Tron?
see the movie Tron?
No.
No.
Yes.
Did you guys?
No.
Did you guys see? Did you see that Tron Ares has opened lower than Morbius? Of course, because nobody likes Jared Leto. Nobody likes Jared Leto. Ain't nobody going to see that movie. And you know what they're probably gonna do? If enough memes are made, which I don't think it will, because it's not on the level of like It's Morbin time. But if enough memes are made, maybe they'll be like, oh, we should do another, like, let's just do a second premiere. Let's bring the movie back to the theaters. Let's just have it in the theaters all year long. Fuck it.
Has it been that way all along, or was there a time?
It's crazy that there are several scenes where Jared Leto is like, I love the 80s and the music of Depeche Mode. Actual quote. This looks so bad.
Binary digit. You're a bit. I'm looking for something. Can you help me find it?
There's an entire nostalgia bait section that panders so badly. Like, first of all, anyone genuinely interested in this is mostly a legacy head. He should have been saying, I love the 2010s and the music of Arcade Fire. Man, I really love the music of Arcade Fire. Yeah, so unfortunately, Tron Ares not doing great. Oh, who would have thought? Shocking. I can't believe it. I truly can't believe it. It says, thank you for the 14 months. I do love Arcade Fire, though. I mean, me too. Me as well. I saw Arcade Fire for the first time at Lollapalooza back in the day. Anyway, that's my personal life. That's what's going on with me. My sister Liz is here. I don't know if she'll come say hi. She's very tired and hungover from a bachelor weekend. But she told me about this. This is a funny story. She told me that yesterday the group who was there for the bachelor weekend, they went to a pool party, and by a pool party, their friend who was getting married, I didn't even know this was a thing, but like you can just it's called Swimply, where you just rent somebody's pool for a couple hours. So they went to some house in the valley. And it was just their group. Yeah, it's a pool sharing app. I had no idea. Because I was thinking pool party like WeHo, Austin Show, and Christian. You know, a bunch of gays with six packs dancing to Lady Gaga. No, it's a pool sharing app. And so they rented this pool. But their friend who's getting married, he's such a funny person. He hired an astrologist. To meet them for this pool party. And they're all hungover from the night before. And this astrologist comes, and Liz told me, she goes, every single thing she said was just completely wrong. So when she was doing my sister's chart, first she's like, okay, when were you born? What city and what time? And then she goes into the whole chart reading. And the first thing she says to her, she's like, you have a restless spirit. You have wanderlust. You yearn to travel. And my sister prefers to just be on her couch with her dog. Like that's her ideal life. She was like, I mean, I go on vacation like once a year. I take my vacation days, but I don't think I'm like a restless spirit or anything. I'm actually really tired all the time. So I like to be on my couch. She's like, no. I'm reading your chart, and your chart is telling me that you need to travel. You need to wander this earth. And my sister's like, I don't think so, but okay. And then the next thing, what was the other thing she told her? She was like, I am getting a straw. Oh, no, this is what she did. She had tarot cards, and she whips out one of the tarot cards, like, boom, very dramatic. Like, she goes, in your future, I'm seeing self-employment. You've got that entrepreneur spirit. And my sister was like, I don't think so. I've been at the same job for 15 years because I'm too lazy to go anywhere else. She's like, I don't think there's an ounce of like entrepreneurial spirit in me, which is why I've been at the same job. Your sister doesn't know herself, clearly. Clearly she doesn't know herself. And this lady, this astrologist kept being like, no, I see self-employment. My sister's like, am I gonna get fired or something? And then I'll be forced to be self-employed. That person must have mixed your reading up with Liz's. Yeah, maybe something got lost. Something got lost in the charts. And then, okay, so every single person, they went individual, and then they would go back to the group and be like, everything that the astrologist told me is like the exact opposite of how I actually am. And one of the guys who was there, he sits down, she's reading his chart, and she goes, you love to party. I'm sensing this love of partying. And he's like, well, actually, no, I don't drink. I've been sober for 5 years. And she goes, no, I don't think so. I'm seeing that you really love to party. He's like, well, I'm in recovery. She doubted his sobriety. He was like, no, he's like, I actually really don't like to do that anymore. I really don't. And it wasn't it was a real big problem. This is an incredible bit. Like, it felt like a sketch. The way Liz was telling me, it felt like a sketch. And just every person, she was somehow saying the exact opposite thing. And all of them were like, no, I don't think that's, but she's really accurate in being the opposite. So you can see her and just believe the opposite. True. And she told a couple other people too, that like the wandering spirit, the restlessness, the needing to travel, and no one was like, wait, that's me. The only person was my sister's friend who's getting married, who like loves to play along with that kind of stuff. And she goes, I'm sensing you need changes in your life. And he's like, yes, I need to make some changes. She's like, yes, you do. And then whipping out the tarot cards, be like, yeah, I think you need to seek something. He's like, yes. Yeah, they bait for information. Yeah, and then the other thing is like, because they ask where you're born, she asked where you're born and what time. And my sister's like, Chicago, 5 a.m. or 5:06 a.m. And that's supposed to like tell her about everything about you. The girl who went after my sister, they're all friends from college. They're all friends from college. She was also born in Chicago. And the astrologist is like, oh my God, the girl who went before you was also born in Chicago. It's like, yeah, they went to school at Wisconsin. A lot of people are from the Chicago area. Like, they're friends from college. She goes, do you know her? I'm sensing that there is a connection here. Do you know her? She's like, yeah, we've known each other since freshman year of college. Two people born in a large metropolitan area who went to a big state school in the Midwest that a lot of people from the Chicago area go to, and that's how they met. But you know what? She did know her. She did know her. So maybe the astrologist was correct. I was born on Friday the 13th at 9:11 p.m. I wonder what she would make of that. Something terrible. Something really bad. Why did they do it for entertainment? I guess. I don't know. I mean, just kind of the setting being so comical that they hired an astrologist off an app where they were at this pool party that they rented via a pool sharing app. So it's just someone's backyard. They just went to some random person's house in LA and we're in the backyard at this pool. It was just the group of them. Was it an astrologist share app? I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. And I'm trying to remember the other things. I think she said something to my sister about like her being a performer. Now that I think about it, maybe our charts got crossed. Not that I was there, but maybe this astrologist was actually clocking my shit. And my sister Liz and I are so opposite. So opposite. So I guess all the things she was telling my sister could apply to me. So maybe she really was right. It was just for the wrong person. Salem, thank you for the 10 months. Hello, new chatter. Hello, new chatter. That's what you know what? You can really get anything through an app these days. We just live our lives. We live our lives through apps. That's how it goes. It reminds me of the time, I think I told this story, but one night when I was walking into work at one of the clubs that I worked at, and I would park my car along the side street, and then there was this alley, and then I would go through the back of the club. And as I'm walking in, I see these two older women. And I pass by one of them, and she's like, and I turn because I'm like, what the hell just happened? And she looks at me, she's like, I sense darkness in you. And I go, well, I am about to walk into a club that I hate working at. So yeah, there's probably some darkness there. Like, yeah, I think I fucking hate my job and I kind of hate my life right now. So you're not wrong. And she's like, oh, I'm sensing a lot. And her friend was like, she knows her stuff. She's the best. And I'm like, okay, what are they about to sell me? And that was when she's like, pull up your phone. And she goes to her Instagram page, and she had 12 followers. And she was like, follow me on Instagram. It's like, no, thank you. I wonder if it was the same lady. I mean, it's LA. There's thousands of these ladies, but also it could have been the same lady, you know? Ma'am, the Hierophant card you gave me is just a reprinted Blue Eyes White Dragon. So she was like, I need to do a reading for you and I'll give you a good price. And I was like, yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, here's the pitch, right? It was very much Professor Trelawney, like, I sense the darkness in you. Oh, and I think she was kind of insinuating too that I was gonna like die soon. It was like that kind of darkness. Like I needed an exorcism or something. I'm like, well, I'm still here. And that was at least 4 years ago. So I don't know if there's a timing on it. Yeah, I would die unless I got a reading. Yeah. I always get approached by girls trying to get me to go to Bible study at Targets. Wait. Like the Bible study is at Target, or you go to, because you don't go to Target much anymore. I see. When you go to Target, you get approached by girls who are like, join us at Bible study. Would be very funny to have a Target Bible study. It's happened like 6 times. My God. You need to change your face. I don't know. Like if you walk past them, like do something with your face. Sometimes, you know what I mean? When you can clock that someone's going to come up to you and try to pitch you on something. And so you just you do something crazy. I don't know. Maybe then they'd look at you and be like, wow, you really do need Bible study. You really do need Bible study. I hear makeup MLMs will try to recruit in the makeup aisle of stores. Now, that is so diabolical, but also makes sense. You're like, I'm just trying to get some eyeliner. I don't want to be a part of your multi-level marketing scheme, please. Please, let me just buy things at Target that I don't need. Let me buy things at Target that I don't need, rather than buy things at Target I don't need and then also be trapped in this MLM scheme where I have 500 things of an herbal supplement. Please. I've been approached for Bible study at Asian food markets and Targets. What is happening? Are they like... What's going on? I haven't been to Target in forever. So maybe that's where the recruiting is happening. That just reminded me of the last time I visited LA, a girl at a bar told my friends he had a shitty brown aura. I will say there are certain things that very much so that's very LA. And one thing is people who will unprompted offer their special skills. Right? They'll everybody's got something special about them. They'll be like, "Ooh, I can read all the colors around you and tell you like what's in your future." And you're like, "What?" But yeah, people love to talk about aura. Also, shitty brown aura is crazy. Shitty brown aura, you're like, "Why are you describing me like a porta potty?" Ma'am, why are you describing me like a porta potty? Okay. I went to my friend's house and she said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "Let's just chill." I was too innocent. So she put her hand on my thigh and said, "I do. Do I like her lipstick?" So afterwards I said, "Yeah." Then she said, "Do you want to taste it?" So I said, "I'm just going to leave." I thought she meant to eat it. What the hell? New viewer. Are you okay? What's going on? I think maybe you shouldn't hang out with that person anymore. A few years ago, there were tons of these recruiters for some kind of women's church cult that would accost women near Bryant Park, and they were so aggressive I would run away from them after telling them off multiple times, and they would literally chase you. I mean, that's how they have to recruit people, you know? They have to literally chase after them. And if you get caught, sorry. If you get caught, well, you should have been faster. You should have been faster. When I was 18, working retail in a little shop, some lady in her 50s or 60s would talk to me about my strong masculine sexual energy and how she could balance it for me. Well, that's one way to frame it. You have strong masculine sexual energy. I could balance it for you. I said this to my sister. Oh, because the other thing, so I had that interaction, and then my mom called me and was like, "Oh my God, this crazy thing happened." She went to her college friend's daughter's wedding, and her college friend's daughter is also named Genevieve, like my sister's name. And Genevieve is like, from what I remember, such a sweet girl. Really, really lovely. Just got married her college boyfriend. And apparently she had these two friends who, after the wedding, sent her all these really horrible text messages because she didn't pay for them to get their hair and makeup done or something crazy like that. First of all, they weren't in the wedding party. Second of all, every time I've been a bridesmaid, I pay for my own hair and makeup. That is not an expectation at all. Right. Like, it's absurd. That's just the theme of life. People acting insanely. And so this poor girl was so upset, of course, right? Because these two supposed friends were screaming at her and saying all sorts of horrible things about the fact that she didn't pay for them to get their hair and makeup done for her wedding. And I said to Liz, I was like, are we just extra chill? Are we just like super, super chill people? Or is everyone else insane? Does anybody else feel that way? Where you go, am I taking crazy pills? What is going on? Is it that I'm just the chillest person in the world? Or is it that, sure, I'm chill, but everyone else is cooked? I don't know. What is happening? Yeah. I just, what is happening? What is going on? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what's going on? It literally feels like being the last sane people on Earth. I know. I just hear about how people behave, how they act, and I'm like, we need to have a meeting. We need to have a world meeting. We need to talk. All right. There needs to be an intervention here. Group therapy, but for the whole world. Like, yeah. Everyone's needs to get on a Teams call. Okay. This is going to be like white women answer the call for Kamala, except this time, it's me, asking the world, what's up? What's going on? Why are we being this way? Why are we treating people like this? Why are we being so cruel? Unnecessarily. So cruel. Especially to people in our lives? Like, treat everyone with kindness. But this just, like, with all the horrible things that are happening, you're going to turn around to somebody who is supposed to be a friend, somebody who's in your life, and just be the worst. Like, maybe I need to start with my own extended family and be like, hey, a lot of you are assholes and you are very cruel to members in this family, and it's got to stop. It needs to stop. All right? There's too much bad shit out in this world to be acting in such a cruel manner to those around you, to the people who, to the people who have shown you love. Thanksgiving. Oh boy. I don't think that's happening this year. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Olivia, thank you for the 26 months. Dee Dee, thank you for the bits. I have an aunt who's very much like Uncle Cenk, which is funny because she's also sent me stuff of him and Anna and been like, I didn't used to like these two, but they've really been saying what it is. And it's always like something about how crime is out of control or like something transphobic. I'm like, oh God. But I just think about, like, if my aunt and I were to battle it out on stream. No way. In no way. Anyway, well, okay. That's my ramble. That's what I got going on. You know what a perfect song for this? Hold on a second. Hold on. I forgot they had dreads. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man. for whatever that means. Into a place sometimes when I'm lying in bed, it's getting all out what's in my head, and I am feeling a little peculiar. Until I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Ready? And I try. Oh my God, I try. I try all the time in this institution. And I pray. Oh my God, do I pray? I pray every single day for revolution. Into a cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed and getting all out what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. Into a wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. I said, hey, what the fuck is going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, what's going on? Ooh. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. God, this song goes so hard at karaoke. You know what I'm saying? What's going, Quan? And I said, you gotta take us to the He-Man version? Wait, what?
And so I cry sometimes and I need beds to get it all what's in my head and
Yeah, a little peculiar.
and so I
Wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high.
sit to the top of my lungs.
What's going on? I wonder how many people know this song from this. Yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey,
It tries.
Oh my God, do I try?
I try
All the time.
in this institution.
No, I think Will showed me this.
Praise.
Oh my God, do I pray?
I pray every
Single day. Lucian.
and I say,
Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
and I say,
Hey, yeah,
yeah. Just keep it
yeah.
inside.
Hey, what's
Learn how to
going
wash your
on?
What's going on? Yeah.
The part from the kitchen. You guys, this is 225 million views. 225 million views. Holy shit. Oh my God. Kongi, thank you for the 27 months. Artifacts, thank you for the 25. Dee Dee, thank you for the gifted. No, I remember when Charming Joe did this. Some of us associate this song with the greatest canceled Netflix TV show Sense8. Oh, never watched it, but I know that people will never forget. Never forget. Yeah, Charming Joe did this.
Everyone on their feet
Everyone.
to welcome our next musical act, Charming Joe.
Today's stream is just going to be watching versions of What's Going On. People in the comments already saying this is dog shit. Y'all, he didn't even start performing. He did not even start performing. And you're already being like, boo, this sucks. This is shit. Oh, I forgot he did. Okay, wait, let me skip to it. This seems so long ago. Lying in bed just to get it all out. What's in my head and I'm a little peculiar. Side and I take out it. What's going on? I hit the Trump dance, I know. Oh, Ludwig. Oh. I try all the time. Ludwig sound like a bleeding goat. Oh my God, do I pray? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's going on? Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, oh, that was the year that Peach and Sear did those looks. Yeah. It's giving high school talent show. It's the audio. It's the audio. he was awesome. It was so fun. He's very talented, very fun. I'm not even kidding you. It's just the production sound. You don't get the full thing. But also he crushed that shit. He crushed that. 26 days. Thank you for the 26 months. 26 days later. 26 months later. 26 years later. The production sound makes it funnier. Oh, it's always funny to kind of look back on major streaming events from a couple years ago and be like, wow, yeah, a lot of shit has happened since then. A lot of shit has happened since then. You know, it'd be like that where you will see an old collab, or just when we didn't have so many people just like openly promoting fascism on the platform. You know, where you're like, oh, remember when you weren't doing that? Remember when you weren't being as horrible as you're being now? Because I guess that's the meta. I guess that's what we just do now. Also, wow, nothing matters. What time does movie night usually start around finishing on work? Okay, so we are actually going to get underway now. It's going to be a little bit different here because I have a sponsor. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to do sponsor first, I think. And then I'm going to have to end stream, so that'll be a separate VOD. And then I know, I'm so lucky. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I got this sponsor. It's a really good one. Woke Gaming, y'all. Woke goes to Woke day. So I'm going to do this one, and then I will do film class afterwards. So we'll start now. Let me plug in. Oh, I had to get this all set up. Hopefully I've got it down. Are you going to dress up as the main character? Well, I'm just going as is. I'm going as is. What time? So film class will be around 9 o'clock. It will be around 9 o'clock. Okay, so I need to plug this in. So that goes in there. And then this goes... Oh my God. And so I cry sometimes and I'm glad to get it all in. Okay. Did that work? I don't know. Did it? Let's see. Movie clues, please. Maybe I need to turn that on. I'm kind of still deciding. I think. Okay, so because it's October, I've been doing Scary Movie Month, but Diane Keaton passed away, and I did a whole thing on Diane Keaton yesterday, and I was like, maybe I need to watch it. Maybe I need to watch a Diane Keaton film, but I really don't want to watch any with Woody Allen, so I was like, okay. Why is this not turning on? Come on, please. Maybe this is dead? What the heck? So, So we do have, this is not even a hint. This is just me being like, what do you guys think? First Wives Club is on YouTube. First Wives Club is on YouTube. It is it's the comedy, the kind of screwball comedy classic from the 90s. Is it the best movie? No. Is it definitely going to have like 90s dated comedy things? Yeah, but I think it's one of those like a lot of people grew up watching it. It's like, ooh, classic 90s First Wives Club. It's a scary movie to any victim of divorce court. So true. So I'm still kind of deciding what I want to do. We need something light tonight. I know, and that is definitely one of those. You know, it's also got Goldie and Diane, Sarah Jessica Parker before Sex in the City. Okay, now why is this not working now? Hold on, let me think for a second. I had this figured out before. So I plug this goes into, that plugs into the capture card, and then that plugs in there, and then that plugs into the monitor, and then it should be pulling up. Shoot. I have spent a lot of time trying to make sure I can get this to work. And for some reason, it does not want to work. I can't tell. Does this mean that it's dead if it looks like this? Because I have been charging it. No, it's on. So why is that not? And then this thing's on, right? When it looks like that. Okay, so let me just walk through. So I have the console. The console is plugged into the capture card. And then the capture card is plugged into the PC. This thing, and I'm holding the whole thing. And this should the console's on. I think so. I mean, the light's on. I hit the button. Is it supposed to change a different color? Oh my gosh, come on. Okay, wait. Now it's turning. What the heck? I just hit the PlayStation button. Of course things don't work once I go live. That's how it goes. Okay. What the heck? I don't know. It's not even showing up on my monitor. Nothing is on the screen. I texted Will, but he's not responding. Give him a call. Maybe the ants invaded the PS5. Maybe. The PS5 is not turning on, or it is on, but it's like not showing up. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's probably something with the capture card. What's crazy though, it was just working. You want the correct input on the monitor? Yeah, I think so. Let me double check. Like it's just not even. It's just not even showing up. I am feeling peculiar. Something happened. See, the thing is, I don't want Will to walk in here and then he presses a button and I'm like, ugh. That's humiliating. Like, I genuinely am like, did the PS5 break? Why not? Because this happens a lot. This happens a lot where I'm troubleshooting stuff and then he will click a button. So it's showing so it has the capture card in the source, but it's not even showing up on my screen. So I'm not too sure. Okay, now the color is orange. Why is it orange? Why are you orange? I have it plugged in. Why are you orange is in rest mode? Okay, now it's I just clicked the button again. It's blue. So it should be turning on. Blue. Now it's white. What does white mean? Blue to white is on. Okay, and then I hit this. Hi. I don't know.
Are you on your game capture?
Well, it's not even showing on my screen, see? Like it's not even.
Right, but are you on your game capture?
It's the video. It's this one. No. It's video capture device. I just have it blocked out. Oh, why does it look like that? Okay, but then why isn't it? But it worked before when I did it, though. I know, but I have to use that.
Play right here. Try it on. I honestly think this works. I don't know.
The PC going to a monitor?
Capture card. Yeah.
But, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't put this I don't know. Can you try to plug this in my monitor? I don't know what's happening with me. See, it goes in like here, but it's so hard to put it. Hi, Teeter. Is that Hassan? No. That's my sister, Hassan. You've been mistaken for Hassan. Okay, so that's back, but then
So that's the way that an input capture works. Is it works like that? Like it shows you a capture.
But I'm just confused because I had the game pulled up on
Because you had the game plugged directly in. I don't think you had it plugged into the capture. Is your PlayStation working? Oh god, now your capture's dead again.
I mean, if I'm not going to use this, if the game's not going to show up on here, I'll just take the monitor out then.
Yeah, I know, but your capture isn't even working. Do you have a capture device?
Isn't it here?
Yeah, I know, but like, do you have like the Elgato Capture app so you can see it on your monitor? No.
I'm so annoyed because I had set this all up.
Yeah,
Like it was just.
what? Where the fuck is the Elgato capture? Oh, you just killed everything.
I know, I'm just trying one thing.
Elgato capture.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah,
See,
but
so I don't need the. I can just pull it up on my video capture device. Okay.
can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Look. Hold on. I don't know why this is not.
Okay. Can you monitor that display or mirror that display? Okay.
Yeah. So weird. That was so strange, huh? Okay. All right, now I need to fit. Okay, here's audio input. Let me make sure. Okay, let me turn that down a little bit. Brightness. I'm gonna mute my system audio, or else. Oh, you need to see my face. There we go. There I am. There I am. Okay, sorry, y'all. I swear I had this. I had this set up, fully set up, and then I don't know what happened, but we got it back. So great. Okay. Playing. Ghosts of Yote.